Hello my friends, this is Wolfgang with Tools for Ascension. This guided meditation today is going to be about being an outsider, not fitting in. A lot of people that I know, feel the same, and there are good reasons for it. And when I was working on myself on being an outsider, I cried, and there was so much trauma there. So if you can do the meditation, it will be a great release for you. You will be amazed. So in this guided meditation, we will be looking at different aspects of being an outsider, an outcast, why we are an outsider, the lessons we wanted to learn, and maybe how to integrate them, how to integrate into the group, and how to release. We will be releasing a lot of trauma from being an outsider in different aspects. Of course, this is a shotgun approach we're doing here. This is not an individually tailored guided meditation. For some of you, it will be very easy to do, and for some of you, it may be more difficult, and some of you may not be able to do so. That is natural. But you should know that there are certain things, mechanics that work or in a guided meditation, or that make a guided meditation more successful, and that is relaxation, letting go. And the more you relax, the more you maybe dissociate with your logical judging mind, so you get an unfiltered message from your subconscious. So it's very important to relax and also to elevate your consciousness. The higher your vibration is, the more in tune you are, the more powerful your intent becomes. And of course, the love and the strength of your emotion, when you set an intent. So I will ask you to smile and really mean it, when we say an intent. And, when I say amen, just say amen when you agree with the intent. You don't have to repeat everything. Okay, and let's start with the guided meditation. First of all, make sure that you sit in a comfortable chair with a straight back, that you will not be disturbed, or do not drive or operate heavy equipment, or drive a car. This is serious business here. Very serious, yes. And so just close your eyes, and we invoke protection. Archangel Michael, your high self, God, whoever you trust. I invoke Mother Earth, I invoke my spirit guides, and my inner child, and my ancestors, at least the ones that completely support me. Amen. And you may feel it becomes a little bit more full around you. And now connect with Mother Earth. Extend your spine and legs like tap roots into the ground. Feather them out into side roots. Go 10, 20, 30 yards deep. Smile and draw the love of Mother Earth, who loves you unconditionally, like through your roots, like you would draw milk through straws. Just smile and suck it into yourself. Deep inhale all the way in, and then smile and all the way out. And all the way in. Just keep going back and forth and become relaxed and charged up. Just going back and forth. And notice how we just become calm and relaxed. This is 30 seconds, maybe 60 seconds tops. Yeah, grounding is such a powerful way of relaxation and charging up at the same time. Alright, now on the inhale, just draw her love into your heart. On the exhale, expand it in your heart. Make it like a nice pink sun glowing in your heart, marbled with beautiful green. Smile, smile, smile. Okay, now put your tongue to the palate and we start drawing the love from the heavens through your higher chakras, into your heart, just like a whale. Imagine drawing this love from the ceiling into your heart on the inhale. And on the exhale, send your love with your breath out the top of the head, spin it slightly, smile, and keep breathing back and forth. And we ask some angels to help you clear the crown chakra, that whole area, head area, and also clear your grounding cords. Now, amen. And just keep breathing. And you probably notice how you're getting a little uplifted. Yes. Alright. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Now draw that love from heaven and earth into your heart and expand it into this glorious sun that's starting in your heart and just enveloping you. Very nice. Okay. And now this sun becomes light, and you and your sun just start flowing higher and higher and higher in your consciousness. And the higher you float, the more lighter you become, the more ethereal you become. And the higher you float, the more tension you shed. With every exhale, you release 10 times more tension. You become so light like you've never been before. And you float higher and higher in your consciousness. It is so pleasurable being so lightweight. It's ecstatic, and you're opening up to this love layers of the higher dimensional realms of your consciousness. Now that the sun stops and forms into this beautiful bubble where you're completely protected. And now we will invoke into this, your higher self, your higher intelligence, that part of you that is eternal. Many people call it, or tradition call it, the souls. We call it the high self. That is, you could maybe call it the higher subconscious, but it is the mystical, all-knowing aspect of you. So we ask that part to come into your bubble now. Amen. And some of you just may feel a presence. Some of you may just see a wise person or a symbol. It doesn't matter. You probably will feel or see something. And we smile, you're in the presence of your own greatness, and project love from heaven and earth, from your chakra to that chakra or heart or whatever center it is. Establish a loving connection now. Amen. And just breathe back and forth between your high self's heart and your heart, just back and forth. On the inhale, you draw her love into your heart, and on the exhale, you send your love into let's call it its heart. And enjoy that. Smile like an idiot. So sweet. Oh, yeah. The sweeter you smile, the sweeter the love. All right. And now let's ask, why did you or I, or did we choose to be an outsider? What was the reason? And just see what comes into your mind. Don't judge it. Okay. And maybe you want to ask a question to follow up on whatever you got. So just ask that question now. And another question now for you to ask. You know, many times we are outsiders because we are sensitive. You know, it is harsh. Human emotions can be harsh or confusing. It's like, having a very sensitive mic at a heavy metal rock concert in front of the speaker. It's not so good for a very high-end mic. So ask, are you hypersensitive? Does that explain some of my symptoms? Okay, now asked, if you got an answer to that, how to best adjust to being hypersensitive and see what you're getting. And now ask, why are we so different from everybody else? What is the reason for that? Please give me an explanation that satisfies me, that makes me understand. Amen. And how are we supposed to deal with, adapt to, being so different? How can we function in society and still be happy? Please give us suggestions, high self. And now a question I don't want you to judge, just, ask for a yes or no answer. Am I a starseed, yes or no? And if you are a starseed, if you get yes, continue with this meditation. There's plenty to do here for you in this meditation, but there will also be another video specially made for starseeds, and I advise you to go along with that meditation too. What did I try to learn, or what did we try to learn? We're incarnating here at this time with these parents and this social situation. Please let me know. Why am I here? What's the lesson? And if you got an answer, please ask how to best and easiest learn or integrate this lesson. If you want the fast, the easiest, nice, fun, let us know, please. And also now, the next question, is this being an outsider part of my karma? Like in past lives, I did things that make me an outsider. Was it that? Yes or no? Also, did I take vows to be an outsider? sometimes yogis or nuns or monks, shamans, vow to live as outsiders for their spiritual advancement, living without human interference. So those vows may still be there. So you just ask, are there still vows of solitude that are still acting on me now? Yes or no? And if it's a yes, ask your higher intelligence, your higher self, to please release you from these vows in this lifetime at least, so it doesn't interfere with your life's mission. Amen. And now we asked to be shown the 3 most traumatic situations that we experience in this lifetime about being an outsider. What is the most traumatic situation I'm still carrying the trauma with of being an outsider? Please show me now. And to ask the angel Gabriel, the healer, to help me release this trauma, also my high self and anybody else that can help me release the trauma, my inner child, my whole being. I want to release this trauma now. Amen. Find all, remove all, clear all, and continue to finish for my highest good in divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. This is for any trauma release on this video. Amen. While this is going on, we move on to the next. So what's the second most important trauma in this lifetime regarding being an outsider? Please show me now. Amen. Alright, and we asked our high self to release this. We asked our inner child to release this. We breathe love into that situation. You ask the angels to release it. If you have to cry, just let it rip. The best, fastest purification is crying. Crying, expressing those dark emotions of sadness, anguish, whatever. Just get rid of it. Let it rip. Alright, and while this is going on, let's go to the 3rd most traumatic experience in this lifetime from being an outsider. I want to be shown now. Amen. And again, we release. Breathe into that. Give it to the divinities. Give it to your high self. Let go, express, release. And there may be more, but you can go back to this kind of meditations. Not everything can be done in one shot, right? It's not good. Alright, now there's, of course, as an outsider, there is stuff that comes as default, right? Outsider, generally, no support. As an outsider, you feel many times that there's nobody helping you in any way, like networking, having your back, or whatever. And that's lonely, and that is scary, especially, when they started as a young child. You can't trust anybody, not even the adults. So, no support is something that's quite common for outsiders. So I asked my higher self to show me the most severe cases of no support, but I want to release the whole kit and caboodle of having no support, any trauma of having no support in this lifetime. I like to release now. Amen. And And we give it to the angels. Maybe Mother Mary, I invite you, please. Yes, you're very good at healing. Maybe Mother Kuan Yin, your high self. Your spirit guides, your inner shamans. There are so many helpers you can give permission to, and they can all work together. Amen. Ooh. And as that is going on, there's another really fun trauma that we all have as outsiders, backstabbing. And generally group consciousness likes to pick on the outsider, even the weak one in the group, they pick on the outsider because it's easy to pick on them. So outsiders have a lot of backstabbing going on, and that energy is generally in the back of your heart and your back, because it's done secretly behind your back, sometimes up front too. So all that kind of pain of the weak pouncing on you, the weak ones, or the collective, pouncing on you, making you scapegoat, making fun of you, I release all that trauma from me. Please find or move on, clear out, continue to finish. Amen. And any resistances to release that trauma, please find or move on, clear and continue to finish. Amen. Oh, that backstabbing energy, especially in your back, and you might feel tingling in your back. And you might just feel like crying or crying. If you feel like crying, try crying, express the grief, express the horror. Let it rip. It's very purifying. Let it rip. And again, please find or move on, clear and continue to finish. And any resistances, please find or move on, clear and continue to finish. Amen. And do deep breathing, smile, smile, smile. It goes faster, easier that way. And actually the best release is when there is forgiveness. If you still want revenge, you can't release everything. So all those bullies that have been harassing us, we forgive them. They're just creeps. It's not a sign of good self-worth when you have to pounce on the weak. It's shameful. So we forgive the bullies for having inferior morale. Now, amen. Bye-bye, bullies. We don't need you in our life anymore. Bye-bye. I forgive you. I release you. Walk in love, strength, and beauty, that you may learn your lessons, but you learn them by yourself, not with me anymore. I love you, I forgive you, bye-bye. And I release your energy and your influence and the horror that you inflicted on me. I don't need it anymore. Bye-bye fear, bye-bye horror, bye-bye. Amen. And you probably feel just another wave of tingling and energies flowing over yourself. Do deep breathing, just go with the flow, smile. Please find or move on, clear all that bullying trauma that is still in me. Amen. And just continue to finish on your own time whenever it's best. Alright, of course, as an outsider, we have been rejected. We are different, and different gets rejected. Only the progressive people say, oh, different, cool. It's not every day the same, chewing the chew. No, he's different, cool. Let's try that, different food, different way of thinking, different way of dressing, but the masses, the sheep, they reject. And of course, as little children, we don't know better. We feel rejected and we feel bad. We feel bad about ourselves. We get rejected in the school system and at the job system many times because we're different and our gifts are not seen, and then it hurts, and there's a lot of trauma in us about that, and we don't want to carry that around anymore, and we release this now. Amen. Please find love and move on, clear all that being rejected trauma from my heart, from my self-worth, from my whole being on all those different levels now. Amen. And any resistances towards releasing this, please find or remove on, clear and continue to finish. Amen. Just breathe, smile, and go with, if you have to cry, just cry, let it rip, it's purifying. It's purifying, just let it go, it feels so good, you will feel so good afterwards. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. We have been abandoned. I mean, rejection is one thing, but abandoned is something else. It's like, and probably every kid has been abandoned sometime, where the mother didn't pick up the child. I mean, in my mind, if a child or baby is left crying all night long by itself, and the mother is sleeping somewhere else in the bed, that is abandonment. That is very traumatic for a child, and you should not do this. Babies should be with their mother all the time, then you get an independent child. So, but anyhow, probably as outsiders you get abandoned way more than normal people, than the crowd, right? Because you're different, who wants to be an ally? People are afraid of that, so you get abandoned more, and that's traumatic. So we asked our higher intelligence, our high self, hey, show us where those traumas are, give us some memory scenes if it's there, and all the other trauma, just roll it all into one and find or move on, clear and continue to finish. Amen. And any resistance about being abandoned, please find or move on, clear and continue to finish. Amen. Okay, and now on the far outside, there could be curses also, curses, envy, the negative energy from other people, maybe from this lifetime, maybe past lifetime, that cursed you to be an outsider. It's a possibility. And just in case, if there is such a thing as that we have been cursed by other people to be an outsider, we asked for the presence of Archangel Michael, and we asked him to remove those curses now. It's illegal, it's an infringement on free will, and we don't want to carry that kind of stuff around anymore. The buck stops here. Please, Archangel Michael, remove any curses from this lifetime or past lifetime, or any negative energy that makes me an outsider now. Amen. If you're outsider because of sexual orientation, just ask your higher intelligence, why did I choose to have a different sexual orientation than the norm is? What is the lesson that I wanted to learn, or what is the lesson that I wanted to teach? Now, show me. Amen. If you're a foreigner, and you are a traveler, somebody that's not from the area, or from a different culture, or from a minority, ask your higher intelligence, why did I choose to be a foreigner, a minority, an outsider in that way? What is the lesson I wanted to learn? And now, any social trauma generally affects the solar plexus, which is our power center, for social interactions, our will, you could say. And most likely, you will be carrying trauma there. So we asked Archangel Gabriel and your own higher intelligence, please find or remove or clear any social trauma regarding being an outsider from my solar plexus. Now, amen. And any resistances towards releasing these traumas and blocks, please find or remove or clear and continue to finish. Amen. And it may be quite intense there. You might tingling, all kinds of sensation. That is okay. Just smile into the solar plexus and, imagine like a sun rising there from your love. And all that heavy energy, just let it go and see it being taken by your higher self or by angels. Or through a vacuum cleaner. It doesn't matter. Just release it, let go of it. Whatever gets the job done. And now we asked our higher self to open our heart and see the value and lesson, that are coming with the people that are around us. Let's start with the one closest to you. Your higher self will show you. And, what are the lessons there? Really quick. This person, that lesson. This person, that lesson. Just go through the most important 5 people. Now, amen. Okay, I hope you got your messages there. And now we asked for guidance to recognize the right time and circumstances in which to bring, new ideas. You're different. So, but, there are probably benefits to it of being different, but you have to know when to talk, to whom to talk. Right time, right circumstances, very important. So we ask for guidance that we always, just reveal ourselves, our truth, at the right time, right circumstance, and the right amount. Amen. Wisdom, please. Amen, 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 amen. Also, being an outsider means you don't have much companionship. And that can be quite lonely. So we ask the universe to please give us companionship. People like-minded, people that think like us, or people that will accept us. They're maybe not like us, but they accept outsiders. They enjoy outsiders. They like outsiders. They are people that don't want the boring, how is the weather? Nice. Not that kind of stuff, Creative, different people I appreciate. So those ones that appreciate us, that we can also vibe with, those people, we ask them to come into our life now. Amen. And we ask that any resistances of those people, that come into our life to be final, remove on, clear on, continue to finish. Amen. Let that integrate. And I also asked, for inner and outer inspiration, to conduct my life in the most perfect way. Outsider, there aren't that many maybe new fantastic blueprints for that. So, we gotta discover our own blueprint, and I give my higher consciousness, my subconsciousness, the world permission to guide me towards my highest good. Good suggestions are welcome. Amen. And we have released a lot of trauma now, and a lot of negative chi has been released. And we asked our divine self, as well as our guides and the angels, to please fill all those empty spaces with healing, loving energy, with healing, loving blueprints, whatever is the highest and best for me. Please update me, please heal me, please balance me. Now, amen. And also align my subtle bodies now, amen. And I ask that it will be easy for me to remember and integrate what I've learned. And I ask that I have an easy detox, and I will be drinking a lot of water, just the perfect amount. Amen. And before we leave, we ask our high self if there's any more message. See what this is now. Amen. So now I will count to 3, and you will be back, fully awake, at waking day consciousness. 1, you become aware of your toes and fingers and can wiggle them slightly. 2, you completely snap into your body, into your heels, into your fingers, into your toes. You become aware of the noises in your room around you. And 3, you're fully awake. You feel fantastic, you're full of energy, wake and stay consciousness, and you remember everything. Amen. Well, friends, I hope you had a good time. I hope you feel better, light, floating. You may be a little sore. Please drink a lot of water, and subscribe, watch all my videos. If you do, you cover a lot of important aspects of your life. If you vibe with my teaching, just stay with it. Maybe tell your friends. So, if you learn all the skills and follow along, you're gonna progress quite fast, I think. But judge for yourself. I love you. See you next time. Namaste.